All right. Here we go. So good afternoon, good evening, good morning. Whatever time you're watching this video, we say thank you. I'm Barry Brown, author of the Amazon bestseller, The Student Athlete Playbook, Success in the Classroom, Sports, and Life. And today, we have another great guest, another great young person that we're speaking with. Her name is Addy Jones, a basketball student athlete based out of the Metro Orlando, Florida area. And you'll find out more about this young lady as we continue to talk and have this conversation. But she's a very special young lady to me. I'm kind of biased, but you'll find out why. And then on the other side of her, you see her dad, Brad the Heat Jones. Now, I know you like the Heat. Wait a minute. Yeah, we're going to tell you about that too. One of my best friends in life. Also a Presbyterian College Blue Hose. So that Brad is actually my roommate from college. So that's how close we are. So, hey, without further ado, we're going to jump in here. Addy, Brad, how y'all doing today?
Good.
Oh, good day.
Well, so as we get started, as you already know, we have all types of people watching these videos, from teachers to coaches to parents, and of course, other student athletes like you, Addy. So it's always very special when we get to talk to a young lady and a parent that is out here doing it in live in real time, and can give tips and share their story with other student athletes. So, we're just gonna jump into it. And before we jump into it, let me just tell this quick story. I know, Addy, you probably heard this story a million times. But when me and your dad met, the summer after we graduated from moving into, we're getting ready to go up to Clinton, South Carolina, to Presbyterian College. And, we had talked on the phone several times, but this particular day, your dad calls me. And this really shows how more, people are alike than different, right? So he calls me and like, yeah, hey, Barry, yeah, getting ready to go to school. I just wanted to, make sure I had this serious conversation with you. And I'm thinking he's going to tell me something like real deep or something like that. And he says, man, I don't listen to all that rock and roll and country and stuff. I'm just telling you that right now. And I'm like, what? I said, man, I'm black. So I don't listen to that either. And it was the most hilarious thing at the time. And so me and your dad had that kind of conversation. We had never met each other in person yet. And we had that conversation before we got to school. And as you can see, we hit it off, and the rest is history. Legendary times up there at PC. So shout out to all the PC Blue Holes out there in the world. Shout out to you. But Addy, hey, today is all about you, young lady. And I just want to kick things off by saying congratulations on your team last season making a tremendous run in the playoffs. But I'm not going to start. I'm actually not going to start there. I actually want to start off with this question right here. What is your favorite subject in school? Like what is your favorite subject, and why is it your favorite subject?
This might be a little controversial, but I love math.
Excellent.
Yeah. I think it's just because of how much I love problem solving.
Can we check the report card? Can we get evidence of this love?
Yes, I love problem solving. So that translates to math in some way. I'm not very good with memorizing things. I know you had to memorize formulas and stuff like that, but I don't know. I just have loved being able to work stuff out.
Excellent. Yep. And math is a problem solving situation. Definitely with those word problems and those kind of things. Absolutely. So now, Addy, you're a student athlete, obviously. What does being a student athlete mean to you? What when somebody says, hey, you're a student athlete, what does that mean to you when they say that to you, or what does it just mean to you in general?
Well, this is actually kind of a complicated question.
Oh, did you hear me?
Yes.
I got you.
Okay. So this is kind of a complicated question, actually. I've been basically a student athlete my whole life, so it just has become like who I am. But what it means to be a student athlete.
I think it's breaking up a little bit. We get.
I can hear you good, Addy.
Okay. Do you want me to keep going?
Yeah, keep going.
Yeah, just keep going. Yeah, it might just be on my side, but just keep going. Mm-hmm.
So what it means is just to be tough, because you have to make a lot of sacrifices as a student athlete. You miss out on a lot of like normal like high school activities. There's been a lot of times where my friends have gone places and I've had to not go out with them because I've had to practice and work, and so it just means to be tough and just to not give up when things are hard.
Absolutely. So let me because you got disconnected on my side. You were breaking up on my side. So that might have been my Wi-Fi. But a student athlete, somebody who knows how to persevere when they're down, they get back up and they learn and they know how to keep moving. Is that what I heard?
Yes.
Excellent. And now you're a great example of that. And with that being said, let's go to you showing what you just described. Let's talk about you having a knee injury last season. And I saw video clips of you. Your dad posted video clips of you. And I'm like, wait a minute. Is she? I mean, you're over there cheering hard. I know your knee is hurt. You're jumping off the bench. And I'm like, yo, sit down, Addy, sit down. Okay. Being a student athlete and going through something that you went through last year, hurting your knee. Well, actually, this year, just earlier this year, actually, because that's when your championships were back earlier this year, right? In 2020, correct?
Yeah, I'm still not actually technically back yet.
Exactly. Share that experience with us, Addy. You going having a knee injury, having surgery, and having to sit and watch and cheer and encourage your teammates while you were recovering from that knee injury. Can you share that experience with us?
Yeah, so obviously every single athlete would cringe at hearing about a knee injury. It's something very difficult to go through. However, how I am as a person, I love supporting other people. And I loved being next to my team every single step of the way. I went to every practice, every game. Like the day after my surgery, I went to the game. I went to a game of theirs. And I was sitting on the bench and cheering the whole time. I like watching my team work as hard as they did and to overcome everything that they overcame to get to that point. I was having the time of my life. Of course, I would rather be right next to them and playing with them, but it just filled me with so much joy to watch them succeed.
I love it. Brad, what was it like for you as a father? What was it like for you watching your daughter go through this, the pain, the hurt, and still persevering to be there for her teammates?
Yeah, I mean, we know that through God, everything happens for a reason. And although there were some rough, why now, God, times throughout the whole process, I really do think at the end of the day that there's a lot of great things that have come out of it for her. When she tore her ACL, it was misdiagnosed a couple times, and they thought it was and she kept playing. And there would be times when she'd get in the car with me and just start bawling, crying, and just like, it's so much pain, Dad, so much pain. And I'm like, well, the doctor said you can't hurt it any worse, so just keep pushing yourself through it, I kept pushing her out there, and finally, she collapsed again, and we said, let's do an MRI. And so we got an MRI done, and when the doctor told us, it's your anterior cruciate ligament, we were like, oh, what, slow down. And he's like, yeah, it's your ACL. And we just looked at each other like, wow. And the thing about it for me was that's that moment right there. I think Addy learned something about herself. She played, I think, 4 or 5 games on a torn ACL, and just struggled and practiced several times. Worked out with her AAU team. She just really learned a lot about herself, and we all learned about her on how tough she is and how she overcomes adversity. And throughout this whole process, Barry, you've had some knee injuries and whatnot, but it's such a lonely road. The road to recovery is so lonely because your AAU team's out there playing and having fun and doing their thing, and you're just getting it after it in your house, and she had the added COVID thing where it kind of limited the places we could work out and train, and she's so many people help her through this process, and but foremost, she just learned a lot about herself, and everyone learned a lot about Addy with the way she handled it with her team.
Yes.
Being committed to finishing out the season with them, practicing cheering, being another coach on the bench. As a father, I couldn't be more proud of her if she scored 50 points and they won the state championship.
Right.
The way she's handled all of it, it has just been amazing. So that's kind of the road that I went through as a father. When the doctor says ACL and you're in your junior year, this is supposed to be the year, and you're midway through your high school season, and just hearing those words, you're just like, oh, whew, wow. What do you do now? Like you're. I mean, and there's other worse circumstances. She's at least got this last year to be able to play, and we know that. But it's just like. But the more you think about it, and the more you pray about it and talk to God about it, you realize that, wow, so many good things have come from this. And she's just
absolutely.
She learned a lot about herself, and I've learned a lot about her too.
I love it. Yeah, Addy. With that being said, your dad, talked about you learning, like people looking at you from the outside, looking at you, learned a lot of things about, like, oh man, that young lady is super tough. Oh, that young lady is super dedicated. What would you say were the biggest lessons you learned going through this process? What would you say?
I mean, this is kind of weird, but I learned to love basketball. Like, as weird as that sounds, like I've always loved basketball, but I've got a new, like, deeper love for it. Like, I want to work harder at it, and now I know what it feels like to go out without it for 9 months. So now I just,
that's right.
Want to work harder at it. And, like my dad said, I've learned that I'm tough. I learned that I can get through, the hardest thing you can have as an athlete, not being able to play your junior year. So, yeah.
Right. I'm gonna share a little story with you. Your dad just mentioned it, and I don't even share this story a lot because it doesn't really come up. Because one of the reasons, you look at my physical size, as I graduated from college and moved on into my professional career, nobody believes I played college sports because I'm so small, right? And so I never have to talk about my knee injury that much. But I'll share this with you, and your dad was there. That's why he brought it up. When I hurt my knee, I only had arthroscopic knee surgery. So I just had a hole in my cartilage in my knee. Now, as I'm getting older, I have to do things to make sure I strengthen that leg and make sure, because it hurts sometimes when it rains and stuff. So I'm not excited about that for your future with having ACL surgery. But But you're right. Those lonely days working out. I used to go to the pool, our swimming pool on campus, and work out with Nelson. Have me in there doing all kind of crazy drills, strengthening my knee. One of the toughest days, I'm sure it was still tough for you, was when they actually bent your knee for the first time, breaking that scar tissue. That was a scary day, a very painful day. So I can feel the pain of the rehabilitation, the surgery itself, and the rehabilitation for you. And I'm so proud of you, as you know what I'm saying, as my niece. I'm just so proud of you that you've come back stronger and you're ready. Because I see the workout videos now, and I'm like, oh my gosh, she's killing it. I mean, she out there working hard, you're pushing it. And so I just want to make sure I said that to you, coming from understanding the pain, not as much pain, because I think you probably had more pain than I did, but understanding the pain a little bit, and you coming back to be full strength. Because one of my worst days coming back was when we actually went home. I didn't participate in spring practice that year. I came home and I was jogging. I thought I was healed, totally healed. And I'm jogging, trying to stay in shape. And Addy, I was going up a hill near my home, and I couldn't make it up the hill. I had to literally stop and sit down. My knee was hurting so bad. And I was like, oh my goodness. Now this happened after my sophomore season. So I literally had 2 more seasons to go. And I'm like, oh my goodness. Am I going to be able to play again? My knee was hurting that bad. And I remember going in the house. I walked home. Finally got up and walked home. And I called Nelson, Brad. And I was like, hey, and I think I was in tears. I told Nelson, man, I don't even know if I'm gonna be able to play. My knee hurts that bad right now. And to show you how good God is, Nelson calmed me down. He said, hey, Barry, this is natural. This happens. Go sit down. Do not do anything on that knee for another week. And then try it again. And I did it. And I was pain-free the rest of the summer. Wow. And so that's what I'm saying. Like, those are lonely days sometimes when you rehabilitate and you just don't know what's going to happen. But because you have the kind of parents that you have, that you have the family around you to support you and love you, in the community to support you and love you, you back. Addy is back doing her thing. So I just wanted to share that little story with you, because like I said, I don't even know. I can't even remember if I told your dad about that story before. But that's the true story. You remember that, Brad? Yeah, tough time. So I salute you, Addy, for coming back. And Brad, thank you for being there for your dad. For your daughter, because that's truly what we're there for in the tough times. The good times, everybody good. But it's the bad times really shows the fortitude and the commitment that people have during the tough times. So hey, we're gonna keep on rolling. We're getting all sentimental and stuff. We're gonna keep on rolling. Now, Brad, how, as a parent, and I know the answer to this, but we want to share this with all the parents and the student athletes and the coaches, everybody that's watching this video. How important is it that Addy shows good character on and off the court?
Yeah, Addy's Christian faith is the most important thing in our lives, and mine and yours as well too, Barry. And that's the way that we can show God's love, is by loving others the same way. And the things that make me most proud of her on the court, and the same with my son on the baseball field, are not stats driven. It's how they handle adversity. And that's what makes them stronger people as well, by the way. The coach doesn't play you, or, the referee made a bad call, or, of course, I learned all this after I was done playing,
That's right.
But, the thing about it is the reflection of the name on the back of your jersey, that's so important. And, whether it's anything I did or not, both of my kids have represented our family name really well. And in fact, a lot of times they're trying to calm me down, like that,
Right.
chill.
Right.
So
That's right.
I've just been really blessed with two amazing kids, and it's what I enjoy. I enjoy watching them out there because they've never embarrassed me, and they could be down 50 points or up 50 points, and they're playing as hard as they can play at all times. And Addy showed it a lot last year with how she handled her adversity, and I'm looking forward to seeing what she does this year. That's been a lot of hard work. She's had a lot of help.
Right.
Her trainer, Matt Lane, they've been in there getting after it every day. Her AAU coach, Jack Lucier in TNBA South, he's been putting her through the drills and getting her back in basketball shape, and I'm just excited to see the fruits of her hard work. And it's gonna be a fun year. They have a really good team, and I can't wait to watch them play.
Excellent, man. I love it. Now let me get this straight, because I remember when y'all came last year, 2019, when you came and played Addy down at the World Congress Center down there in the tournament with your AAU team. Now, this the same team you're playing? This the same AAU team?
Yeah, man. I've been with them since like the 7th grade.
Wow. Okay, now give me the name of the AAU team again.
The National Basketball Academy, TNBA.
National. Okay, excellent. So now, when I came down there to see you play, and thank y'all for coming, I was very excited about seeing you play again this year. And, the COVID-19 took us all out of the game. But nonetheless, looking back to last year, what I saw on the court was exactly what your dad just showed: a never give up attitude, give it all you, and you contributed to your team mightily. And so when I saw that, I said, "Oh my God, she is the epitome of a student athlete." It's like, yo, that's the effort. Like, we see it all the time, and seeing some student athletes when they have all this talent, but they don't give it 100% every chance they get. That's what I love about student athletes like you, Addy. The player, the student that gives it their all in the classroom, on the court, and out in the community. That's what it's all about: effort. And when you put forth the effort, good things happen. No matter if you lose the game, good things happen, because people are gonna say, "Oh man, that young lady or that young man give it all they have." And I gotta shout out Cal right now too, because I see your brother, when I see his videos online, and I see him blocking a ball, or I see him chasing a ball pops up right there near the plate, and he goes and catches it from the catcher position. I'm like, this kid is hustling. And there's nothing better than seeing a young person putting forth great effort. I love it. And I know that comes from, I know that comes from your parents. So obviously they've instilled that in you. And with that being said, Brad, let me go to this question.
In the classroom too.
Exactly. Oh, no question. Oh, I said that now. I said that, Brad. I said, I can't let that go. Yes, sir. If they're not hustling in the classroom, they don't even get a chance to hustle out there on the field or the court.
Better than their dad.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Hey, man, you put forth effort too. I know we tease about it, but you put forth effort too, my brother. Now let me say this, Brad. That's one of the things I truly appreciate PC for, that they did not treat us any different in the classroom. That's for sure. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate it. It was tough. I mean, Addy, I remember one time I had this class called it was the hardest class I ever took, called the History of the English Language. My major was English. I graduated with an English degree. I think we were playing out of town or something, so I missed class on that Friday. And so when I came back the next week, Dr. Skinner, oh man, I walked in, and the first thing he said, he was like, "Oh, Mr. Brown, I'm so glad you made it to class today. We were waiting for you to answer this question. And I'm like, what? So he actually saved the question specifically for me. And I was like, oh my goodness, oh man, they're not playing any games around here. So shout out to the Blue Hose Nation, for treating us like true student athletes. But with that being said, Brad, what you say, Brad?
No favors at all.
Yeah. I don't remember. I mean, we may have got some, but I don't remember too many. I tell you that for sure. I can tell you that for sure. Now, Addy, you're 5'11". You're a power forward. Now that's some good size for ladies basketball by far. How far do you want to take basketball in your life? How far? What's your vision moving forward?
Definitely want to play in college.
Okay. Excellent. And with the ladies game expanding like it is, I just saw the NBA, the WNBA ladies are in the bubble as well, and they're doing their thing. Do you have any aspirations to try to go pro?
I don't think so. I really have my mindset on being a sign language interpreter. So after college, I definitely want to work on that.
Excellent. So now, sign language interpreter. That's what you just said, correct?
Yeah.
Unbelievable. I don't think I've ever heard another young person say anything close to that. Can you share what is that? Can you share that? Because listen, there's a lot of people that I'm sure have never heard that before. Tell us about being a sign language interpreter.
So I my whole life I've loved like plays and musicals, but acting and singing was not one of my God-given talents. I will admit that now. It was not in the cards for me. However, I still love them. And so interpreting is, basically you have a deaf audience and you just are relaying the message on whatever's going on behind you. So whether it's they're talking to someone else or there's a musical going on, I would love to one day, interpret on Broadway or for other musicals. I did that my sophomore year in high school. I interpreted one of the plays at my school and I loved it so much. And I've been interpreting for my church for some time, just the music, very basic stuff. But I would love to do something along those lines one day.
Wow. Wait a minute. Student athlete with a 3.8 GPA and sign language interpreter. That's what's going on here with Addy Jones. Wow. That's impressive. Very college coaches. Y'all hear this? 5'11", power forward, 3.8 GPA, playing on a championship caliber high school basketball program, and a sign language interpreter. I think she'll bring value to your college campus. I'm almost sure of it. Wow, that's amazing. Awesome, Addy. So now, Brad, when Addy, Cal were born, and I talk about this a lot. Matter of fact, I had an in-depth conversation about this last week with one of my friends. We have visions for our businesses. We have visions for all kind of types of things in life. But a lot of times I haven't heard people talk about having a vision for their children as a parent. Do you remember, or what is your vision, or what has been your vision for them? Because I know you put a lot of time, you invest a lot of time, money, energy into your children. What was when they were little? I'm talking about or before they were even born, as they were in their mother's womb, as they would say. What was your vision for your children?
Yeah, I think I think we always just wanted to make sure that they had a good relationship with God, and I think that was always I felt like the most important job that myself and their mom had. It's such a growing process in being a parent. I mean, you can't in my opinion, you can't read it in a book and know what to do. You just have to be willing to change. And I have two completely different kids. My son, Kale, he's all baseball all the time. I tried to get him to play several different sports. I kind of thought that I didn't really want him to play football young, like we know how our bodies are right now. And like, I didn't want to start him young with that, but I thought that he would probably have the size and hopefully have my great athletic abilities to,
that's right.
to play football. But I mean, the kid just loved baseball. That was it. I mean, I tried to get him. He's a good little basketball player. I tried to get him to play basketball, and he was just like, "What? You're gonna take away from my baseball time, Right. And so I just always told him. I said, if there's any point at which you don't love the game and if you're sitting in school and you don't want to go to practice, let me know. I don't want you to burn out on one sport. And
right.
He just always loved the game. He just always loved the game. I mean, he was the kid when he was 8 years old. He would sit on the edge of his bed an hour before practice and just pound his glove. Like,
I'm ready, Dad. I'm ready.
Going to practice. We gotta go to practice.
Wow.
Now, Addy, on the other hand, she loves a lot of things. She was a great softball player, probably one of the most talented softball players in Central Florida. Like, she was really, really good, but she didn't love it. She didn't love it. I mean, bottom line, she just honestly didn't want to work at it. She didn't want to be out there, and but then she would step on the field and hit bombs, and
right.
Kale and I would look at each other and just roll our eyes, like, wow.
Right.
But she just didn't love it. She played volleyball. Right. She's interested in so many things with plays, and as she's already talked about, singing, and she's really active in our church with the sign language, and she interprets.
I love it.
The music in our church, and she's just so well rounded and loves so many things. She's very good in school, and just loves so many things. So that being said, there's just it's such a learning process for me as to when to push, when not to push. Kale, if you jump up and down and scream and yell at him all day long, he'll play harder and play stronger. But Addy's not the same. And Addy's not going to be pushed that way. And she's it's just a learning process for me, because the same ways that I pushed him being older, I couldn't push her the same way. But she's inner driven to where she's gonna put her mind to it, and she's gonna get that 100% out of her. So it's just, as a parent, you just have to be open to growing with your kids and being a better parent with them, and be willing to adapt to that, and not just be like, this is the way it is and this is the way it is. And I learned from the best. I mean, I had my mother and father were just amazing, unbelievable. You saw how they supported me, and I feel like that's our job. And I've had to learn that along the way too. I had many great advisors on get off the referee's case and get off the coach's case, and I had to grow up too, and it was just such a growing experience to realize that the one thing that your kids want from you is your support.
Ooh, yes, sir.
They don't want to get in the car and hear, coach was stupid, referee was stupid, you were lazy. They don't want to hear that. They want to hear, I love watching you play. I love watching you play. And I do. It's not, I mean, I thoroughly enjoy watching them play or perform or whatever it might be. It's just,
absolutely.
We all had to learn that. And, I can see you at your soccer games. You're probably getting on the referees and everything too,
Right.
You have to learn.
You already know.
You have to learn, man. Yeah. I mean, you have to learn that that's not doing them any good. You know, it's not doing them any good, you know.
Absolutely.
So I guess I went all the way around the bush, but
that was good. That was good.
It was the biggest thing for me is just to grow with my kids. And like I said, half of the time they're like, whoa, dad, chill. You know, like they're having to make me a better man, you know, and that's how good they are, you know. So it's definitely been a growing. I'm ready to be a grandpa, you know, like I'm good now. I'm good. Not yet, Addy.
Yeah, don't push. I'm about to say, don't push that on Addy yet. Not yet. Man, I love it. That's when we start talking about having a vision for our kids, then and our children. That's what it's all about. I love that God. The number one thing was God introducing them and sharing God with them, the Spirit of God, and then walking that light. And then I love what you said about growing with them in the form of giving them the space, giving them direction, but also giving them the space to grow into what they are supposed to be. And that's the gift from God right there, because God is going to take them where they're supposed to be as we introduce them to him and share that love with them. And I love it, man. Growing with them and being there for them, supporting them at all times. And you're absolutely right, Brad. I've had my episodes out there on the soccer field with my daughter, with Amari, and this is honest God's truth. I had to make a commitment to myself.
Yeah.
I told her when she got to high school, I said, you know what? I cannot do this at the high school level, And so I told her, I said, hey, if I've embarrassed you at any time, I apologize. And, here as you go into high school, she's a senior now, her adding the same class. I said, you know what? I apologize, and I will not do it at the high school level. And thank goodness I have not done it. You know what I'm saying? Now she still plays club soccer as well. So I just stand to the, with COVID-19, we spread out anyway. So I've been good at the club level too. So she's been very happy that, she don't have to worry about saying, that's my dad over there. She don't have to worry about that anymore. Like you said, the word. And now I'm gonna have to figure out what I'm gonna do with the younger one with Aubrey. She's playing tennis. We're just doing training. She's played no matches yet. So I've been doing very well in training sessions. I don't know what's gonna happen when we get to the matches though. But I'm gonna try my best to be quiet there too. So as we get ready to close this out, and it's been an honor, man. Thank you, Addy, for sharing great things with our young people. Because that's what this is all about. But I want to talk about, and you don't have to say much about it, but I just want to talk about what's going on out here in the world right now. COVID-19 has changed the world. What are your thoughts, Addy, on COVID-19 out here, and how? Well, I guess the better question is, how has COVID-19 affected you personally, and your family and your teammates? How has COVID-19 affected you all? That's the better question.
Well, I'm a senior this year, and I've had to miss out on a lot of senior things. Like, we haven't been able to do like any pep rallies, and we're not allowed to go to football games. Like, that has been my favorite part of high school, is going to football games and being able to go and cheer and be with my friends, and they're not allowing anyone in. And, like homecoming and all this kind of stuff. It's been really hard to, go through that. I mean, obviously, like, it could be a lot worse, but that's just how it's impacted me. Thankfully, I don't know anyone who's gotten it. So I'm very, very thankful for that. I know for some people it's been, really serious, and they've lost people. And I'm very thankful that I haven't, had to go through that. But, just how it's impacted me is I've had to miss out on a lot of, typical senior activities. I know my AAU team, they've been able to go to a couple tournaments, obviously without me because of my knee, but it's definitely a lot less because, and this is like the year to get recruited, all these college people are supposed to, be watching you, and now you're taking, like, that opportunity has been taken from you to be able to show what you got. And it's been hard to navigate for sure. But like I said, I'm very thankful that that's the extent of how it's impacted me.
Excellent. You explained that very well, and that's good that you're continuing to move forward in spite of. So that's excellent. So we have another situation going on at the exact same time. We have, I call it the new civil rights movement. My parents were a part of the original civil rights movement back in the 60s as young people. And so I'm a literal child of the civil rights movement. And Brad has spent time with my mom and my dad. He's met both of them and spent significant time specifically with my mom. And so he knows a little bit about what they went through. But seeing what you see out there, the different protests, there's definitely been some violence as well with some of the riots that have taken place. What are your thoughts on this new civil rights movement, this new civil unrest that's going around the country right now?
So to start off, it's breaking, like, my heart to see, like, people's experiences just because of the color of their skin. Like, it breaks my heart that my friends, even though we've had, the same education, we live in the same exact place, like, basically have grown up the same, and they still are treated so differently than me just because of what they look like. It breaks my heart that any of this ever had to happen. But at the same time, it like makes me proud to see people, stand up for change, and to see, like, even on social media, like, people sharing their stories and just, I don't know. It makes me happy to see the direction that it's moving in, for sure. Just to get people more educated, even, like, I know I'm young, and so I've been pretty ignorant of these problems my whole life. Not that, like, I was choosing to be ignorant or naive, maybe is a better word, but I just have become so much more educated over the past couple months of what everyone else has to go through, just because of the color of their skin.
Excellent. Well, yes, everything starts with awareness. So that's beautiful, Addy. Absolutely beautiful. Yes, ma'am. So thank you for sharing that perspective with us too. Because again, a lot of people think that, everybody knows and everybody has seen. No, that's not the truth. Everybody has not seen or been exposed to anything. So we have to take that in consideration. So that's excellent. And Brad, as we close out, do you have anything to add to that as far as COVID-19, how that has affected the family and your work and business, and also what's going on with the new civil rights movement in this country?
Yeah, as far as COVID goes, I mean, I personally have been blessed that my job was considered essential, and I was able to keep working through the whole thing. And I'm very thankful for that. Tough situation all the way around. I definitely have thoughts of the harm that's coming to people that are just staying in their house all the time, and I don't want to get lumped up with one side or the other in either one of these issues, because I don't totally agree with both sides or with either particular side on any of it. I feel like what I talk with my kids about is that, it's all about perspective, and both of these situations, and perspective is really key, because the way you look at a certain I can't look at the world through your eyes because I haven't seen it through your eyes. But you have to know that. Right. You have to know that you might not agree with something that someone's saying, but you also haven't had the same perspective in life that they have had. So there's just so much hate going back and forth, and I think that if people step back and say, I don't have the same perspective you have. And the great thing about our relationship, Barry, is you were able to show me a lot of perspective while we lived together and even since. And that's been big to me because, I mean, point blank, you know, you're smarter than me. You have better grades than me. You probably
I don't know about all that, Brad.
a better, well, you know, you study more than me. You have better grades than me. You know, but yet there are certain situations where I would get a job or a loan or whatever, and you know, I was fortunate to have you to give me that perspective and this perspective that your dad had gone through and your mom as well. And so it's that perspective that we all just need to understand that, you know, I also don't want you to get upset with me on something that I say and something that I feel when you don't have my perspective either. And I'm surely not going to throw rocks at someone else that's had a different perspective than me. So I think that's the most important thing that I try to show Kayla and Addy is that, you know, I mean, you know, some of the situations close to home, we had to have serious talks about it when they went to school because, you know, there was going to be a lot of back and forthing going on at school. And I just wanted them to know that you really have to look at people with love because they have a way different experience in life than you know, and they might be saying some things that you really don't agree with at all. But at the end of the day, it's a different experience that they've come to have that opinion. And, you know, so that, you know, that's basically without going on for 2 hours, you know.
No, that was good.
You know, where we stand, and it's just, it's about loving each other. And that's what God would want us to do. You know, that's exactly the way God wants to do it. And I shouldn't have even talked because Addy, you did really well with that because, you know, I'm so proud of how forward thinking she is on all of this. And she really thinks deeply about all these subjects and really cares so much for her close friends, you know, and
that's right.
Doesn't want to see anybody going through any kind of suffering in these situations. COVID as well, you know.
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. No, you did. I mean, I think you said it, you know, we've talked off air about this kind of stuff. And I think you said it right. We have to take the time to look at everybody's perspective. If you really care, like Addy said, then you pause and let us look at everybody's perspective and understand everybody's perspective is going to be different. But you said the key word. Oh yeah, and you can ask questions, no doubt. That, you know, that's why do you let me stand up for a second, Brad. Hold on 1 second. Let me stand up for a second. I gotta show these people where I really learned perspective at. I don't know if people said this sunlight is coming in, but the PC blue holes, baby. PC blue hole. There you go. There you go. There you go. That's where I learned perspective, Brad. You tricked me. You got the PC blue hole shirt underneath. Asking questions was critical when I got the PC because I'd never been in that atmosphere before. Now I went to a predominantly white high school. Shout out to the Mara High School Mustangs, baby, the green and gold.
Dookie green and gold. Dookie
that's green right. That's right. But going to PC was something different because I was not around people I've been around for a very long time. I was in a different atmosphere. And from people from around, you know, different places around the country and definitely different places around the Southeast. And so, again, perspective, where you have people that never gone to school with black people. They got the PC. That was the first time they ever interacted with a black person. Now, you were different. You had been around black people your whole life. So you had a different, like you just said, a different perspective. So being able to ask questions. And I remember even our good friend, Robbie Kirk, shout out to Robbie Kirk. we've had Robbie and I have had great conversations during this COVID-19 time and during this civil unrest times in our country. And so being able to pick up the phone and call people is critical too. I think that's very important. That just shows what kind of relationships we built as young men and women at Presbyterian College, and to still be friends to this day is beautiful, because that's what it's supposed to be. And so, Addy, and to all the young people watching this video, that's what I charge you with. Hey, Mr. Brad Jones here said it. Hey, let's look at other people's perspectives. Let's listen to what they have to say. Let's ask questions and be patient and receive the answers, because when we get those answers, now we have better information that we can take and move on. And most importantly, to reiterate what Brad said, let's move and work with each other and live with each other and play with each other with love. That love conquers all. And that's the message I want to put forth today. Love conquers all. So thank you for that, Brad. Thank you, Addy, for those insightful words and heartfelt words, because I felt that. I felt that. And so as we finish up, we'll really finish up this time. Addy, there's a lot of young ladies that want to be student athletes, that want to have a small bit of the career you've had as a student athlete in high school. What would you say to those young ladies that are coming behind you?
My dad said this a little bit earlier, but just make sure you love it. Because if you love it, everything will become so much easier. It'll be easier to make those sacrifices. It will be easier to, work hard. And I don't mean to love it 100% of the time, because I love basketball, but there's been times where, it's been hard. But make sure overall you love it, because everything will just fall in line. It'll just become so much easier.
Excellent. I love it. Brad, to all the parents out there that are watching it, that are currently raising student athletes or have a child that is about to be born, what would you say to these parents of current student athletes and potential student athletes in the future?
Yeah, I can't say it any better than that. The kids have to love it. If you love it and you're pushing them to do it, it's not going to work out. Like, my son's playing baseball at a very high level. Addy's playing basketball at a very high level. And I've seen them pass many, many more talented kids because the kids were being pushed to do something they didn't really have their heart in, and just find what it is you love. It might not even be sports. It might be the band. It might be the choir. It might be your church. Just make sure you love it. And Addy benefited in being younger, because I learned a lot of this through Kale, because, in the beginning, Kale had a little league coach that Coach G had a little league coach that made sure that the kids loved the game. And parents would come and they'd say, "Yeah, you got to get him away from Coach G. He's not learning about the game, And Coach G had little stickers he put on their hats, and he made Kale the captain of the team. And
right,
and they're gonna get it. They're gonna get the, hold your arm here, do this, shoot like this. They're gonna get all that later. Make sure they love the game. Make sure they have fun. Make sure they enjoy it, because both of them have passed up kids that were way more talented than them just because they outworked them. And more often than not, the kid doesn't make it through high school because they just don't love it. So make sure that they love it. As far as grades go, great advice given to me early on is you can always upgrade your abilities through your grades. You can also downgrade.
Yes.
So you take a player that two players that play exactly the same and can give you the same thing. You're going to take the one with the good grades. So
absolutely,
put the work in the classroom first, and that's what will open up all your opportunities.
Woo! Brad, you just dropped knowledge, my brother. Love the game.
It was dropped to me by many people, man. I was so blessed. I had so many people like that shook me up and was like, "Hey, no, get off the umpires, get off the referees." I'm not always perfect, right, Addy? Like I still make my mistakes, but it's just, man, there's so much to that, and if you want your kid to go to college, you know, they have to have those grades. It's the first question. Addy, isn't it the first? Every coach has talked to her. What's your grades? You know, what's your SAT?
Yes,
what's your ACT? That's the first question. It's not like how many rebounds did you have? How many points? You know.
Absolutely.
No,
you're right, Brad. You're right. I mean, you know this. I played with Addy. I played with the #1 recruit in the country. My brother Andre Hastings. He was the #1 football recruit in the country coming out of high school in 1990. And now that playing in a program like that with a player like that, a student athlete like that, you know, I got looked at too. But here's a huge difference. I was only 5'8", 146 pounds coming out of high school. Now, I consider myself a player, and I was a good player. I was a very good player. However, I was small. So your dad is absolutely right. So imagine this, and this is a true story. Imagine this, getting called out of the classroom. You go into the office where the coaches are. The coaches coming to visit the school, and you walk in the room, and they look at you like they seen a ghost. And this used to happen to me all the time. I would walk in there, and they like, "You number 4?" And I'm like, "Yes, sir." And just think about the disappointment to hear a coach tell you, and this was said to me more than one time, "Oh my goodness, you too small to play for us." And I'm like, "Man, but this is all I got. This is the only body I got, coach." You know, I mean, that's it. And that happened to me a lot of times. But like you said, the first thing they do though, they open up that manila folder and they look at that transcript. And they're like, "Oh, wait a minute. Maybe you can help us." And that was my experience. What your dad just explained was my true experience. My size was a disadvantage, but my grades was a tremendous advantage. And that's what got me the attention of the Furmans and the Presbyterian colleges of the world, the Georgia Southerns, the Florida A&Ms. That's what got their attention. When they saw me on the field, they saw the tape, they saw what I did on the field. But when they saw that manila folder and the SAT already done, the grade point average already off the charts, when they see all that, now you become a asset, and that's what your dad just talked about. So love really the game.
That's something you can control. That's something you can control. You know, you couldn't control your height, you know?
Nope.
You know, you can the things that you can control was that you work hard and the grades. And that's something to an extent everybody can control, you know, and it doesn't make any sense to say you want to go to college and you don't have the grades to do it. You know, it doesn't make any sense. Or you don't have the grades to upgrade yourself. You might be a Division III. Another thing I want to say real quick.
Yeah, yes, sir. Go ahead.
Don't get hung up on D1, D2, NAIA, D3, whatever. Don't get hung up because I see so many kids reach. They try to reach. Maybe their dad pads their stats for them, or you know, he's hitting 440. You know, I'm like, that kid didn't hit 440. I was watching, but you know, like they're just reaching to get that. They want to be D1 so bad. They don't enjoy the experience because then you get there and the people that you tricked to get there, or maybe you didn't even trick them. Maybe you just reached, or maybe you had one good day that they saw or whatever. It's not a good experience for them because when they get there, the coach doesn't love them, you know? And at that point, all of a sudden it's like, man, I'm sitting the bench. I'm not liking this. Whereas if you stay within yourself, go to the school that loves you, you know, go to the school where the coach has to have you, where the coach is texting you, emailing you, calling you, You know, like, I saw your game. Send me your schedule. Go there. Go there.
Absolutely.
Go where you're loved, because automatically they're not going to love you as much the day you walk onto campus as they did when they were
Correct.
recruiting you. You know, like,
Absolutely.
you were the greatest thing in the world until you got on campus, and then you were lazy and, you know, whatever. So
Right.
there's already going to be some of that. But
Yeah.
go somewhere where you're going to play and have fun and enjoy your experience. It doesn't have to be a D1 school. It doesn't have to. You can have the same experience, and, you know, you can have a much better experience where you go somewhere where the coach loves you, where you get to play, and it's just, I've seen it 100 times. They go D1 and, like, they told all their buddies, I'm D1, I'm D1, I'm D1, but then they're home. They're home at Thanksgiving, you know, and it's like they're trying to find a JUCO, or they're trying to find something else, you know, where they can play. And
absolutely,
it's huge. I see that mistake so many times, you know, and I get it.
I love it.
I get it. You know, you want to say, I signed with Florida, you know?
Right.
Everyone wants to say that, you know, but are you really going to enjoy the experience?
Right. No, you said a mouthful there, Brad. You said, yeah, we experience that a lot when we're going into these programs, and we're speaking with the parents and speaking with the student athlete, and they, you know, that's the truth. We do overreach sometimes, and we're thinking, I want to make sure I say this the right way. We're believing our talent and our skill level is better than it is. That's the reality in most cases. And when, and like I said, in my case, and a lot of other young people cases, is your size is a determining factor. You have to understand what the schools are looking for. Alabama, the Floridas of the world, the Georgias of the world, they're recruiting certain types of athletes. So, and the size is the number one thing. So if you don't fit their size criteria off the bat, then I'm telling you from experience, there's going to be a difference there. Those calls are not coming. And if you, like Brad said, if you reach and you do something, yeah, you get, let's say you do get there on a partial scholarship or whatever way you get there, the chances of you hitting the field are slim to none, because you're not one of their actual targeted recruits. And there's a difference between being a targeted recruit and somebody that is soliciting. It's a totally different thing. So go where you want it. Go where you want it. Oh, go ahead.
I just don't,
go ahead, bro.
To be clear, doesn't mean don't work towards that. You say you're,
yeah, we're not saying that.
You say, I want to play in Florida. You work for that. You work to that. You work to that. You work to that. But when it comes to trying to be something you're not,
manipulate the system, yeah, manipulate the system,
recruiters or whatever, it's not going to do you any good. It's not going to do you any good.
Right, absolutely. So no, yeah, we're not knocking any dreams, because we teach our young people to set high goals. We teach our young people to set and go for their dream, because if you're not dreaming, then you're not living. So you got to have dreams, and you have to set high goals. So let's make sure we don't get that construed. We're saying, hey, understand that there's a reality to this process. And once you get into that process, understand what you're looking for and understand what they're looking for. And then things can mesh and you can find that right fit for your student athlete. That's what we're talking about, finding the right fit for your student athlete. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. So we want to make sure we're on the same page there with our message. We're looking for the right fit as parents, coaches, and the whole nine. So listen, thank you, Addy. Thank you, Brad, for being a part of this awesome student athlete playbook video conversation. I pray that our conversation has helped the parent, has helped the student athlete, has even helped the coach, helped the teacher, counselor, anybody that works with youth. We pray that this video has helped you and served you. And of course, we'll be right back with another great video highlighting another parent, coach, student athlete that is doing great things, not only in the classroom, not only in their particular sport, but also out in the community and the world. Hey, one love. I'm Barry Brown, author of the Student Athlete Playbook, Success in the Classroom, Sports, and Life, a member of the Student Athlete Achievement Program, and a member of the nonprofit organization Youth Education in Sports. We appreciate you. We thank you. And Addy and Brad, y'all continue to do great things out of your community, man. I love y'all, and I appreciate y'all to the fullest. One love.
Love you, Barry.